So we finally arrived to this place called Shoaib, which basically means the city of Shoaib, the Prophet Shoaib alayhi salam, and it is behind this sign here, and that we'll find a village, and it's known as the ancient city of Shoaib. So it's believed that he lived here at one point in his life. So we're going to drive down this way and see what we find. We're getting close now. I can see a mosque and some mud houses, and that's probably the part of the city that's known to be the ancient city. I think that's a tomb, and there's a graveyard here actually. It seems like this is the entrance for the city, and I think I'll have to drive a little bit up. So here we are. This is believed to be the ancient city of Shoaib alayhi salam, the Prophet Shoaib, and it's believed to be the place where he met with Prophet Moses, Prophet Musa alayhi salam. And all these here, what you see, everything you see around, except for down there where it's a residential area and people actually live here, this entire area is all ruins. And the strange thing about this place is that the kids have taken over, and they actually have become guides, and they show people around, and they do a fabulous job when they do that. So we have a kid approaching us now. He might be trying to show us around, to explain about the place. So let's have a look. So all these here, everything that you see, all these stones, everything, they used to all be structures, maybe masajid, maybe houses, shops. This was an entire city before. And you can imagine in the older days, the cities were not as big as the cities that we have, the definitions that we have today of cities. So this entire area here was a city. So we're going to move on and try to find the place where Shoaib alayhi salam lived. So as you walk on, you'll always come across these enclosed spaces here. These they look like caves. Have to be careful of this. Hopefully there's no snakes around here or anything, but there's all these enclosed spaces around here. I'm not sure what's inside them, but I'm not sure if you can make it out, but they all have carvings within them as well. This is a good place to escape for some shade throughout the day, because it's October and it's quite hot. It's around 32-33 degrees right now. So you can only imagine what June, July, August would be like. So even when you look on the floor, there's all stones everywhere. This city has become a city of ruins, literally, with rocks and stones everywhere, and especially these big massive pieces of rocks. And then we have one of the more standout structures over here. I'm not really sure what it was, but one of the kids was trying to tell me something, saying the words Jami or something like that. I couldn't quite understand, but I could only imagine it may have been a big building for worship or something like that. So we'll go have a closer look. Wow, these stones are gigantic. Look at the size, and some of them are buried into the ground. And then you have this structure here. Almost looks like it's gonna come off. Like, check this. Check out that stone. That looks like it's just gonna come off now any minute. So we've barely scratched the surface, and just to give you a perspective of where we are, I mean, the car's just over there, and this whole area we've walked, it doesn't seem like that much when you walk, but imagining when there's a lot of structures here and stuff, it must have been very populated and very filled with buildings. And of course there must have been this life and vibrancy to this place that we see in cities nowadays. They may be small in size if you stripped them off, if you knocked down all the buildings, but when there's buildings, when there's structures, it gives so much more life and space to the place. So you can see this enclosed space here. This must have been a building of some sort, but obviously the sand and the rubble must have taken over and sort of covered the entrances. So I'm going to go down here and show you. It must have been some kind of dwelling, some kind of house, not sure. But you can see the ground must have been a bit more lower than this, because it's where the houses start, the buildings start. It's fairly clean for an abandoned space. I think the locals make it a point to keep it clean. So this must have been the surface, the level of the earth, but obviously thousands and thousands of years have passed, and since then the sand has just filled this place and the rubble has filled this place as well. There's a lot of climbing that you have to do to get some good views and to find stuff here. So we've just been told that this here, these bricks going all the way around like a rectangular shape, is believed to be supposedly the house of Shoaib alayhi salam. And no one actually knows these things for sure, but according to the locals, according to some research, it's believed to be the place where Shoaib alayhi salam lived. And also this entire place is where Shoaib alayhi salam made his had his meeting with Musa alayhi salam throughout their lifetime. So here, as you can see, is the place where Shoaib alayhi salam lived supposedly, and it's quite a fairly decent size. I'm not sure if the entire area was taken over. So you can see the bricks start from here, they go all the way around there, and sort of end around here. So there's no guarantee about these things, but if he did live here, I can't imagine him taking up the entire space. He must have had him and his family living here. So this wonderful kid here, Khalid, is showing me around. He has done an amazing job in showing us around. Very humble little boy. Kam sana? Kam sana ashara? Or on. We're walking now inside what is believed to be the house of Shoaib alayhi salam. And this is just how it is here. I mean, when you enter the village, the kids take you around. That's just the thing. There's no adults here. These kids are doing a fabulous job. So, can we go down here? So as you can see down there, there's some prayer mats that you can probably make out in the video just down here. So we'll go down and have a look. I might as well just read my Zuhr whilst I'm here. Masjid. So yeah, this area here must have been maybe a rest area according to what we were told. And down here we'll find I think they've made it into this here. It's like a prayer area where people come and visit and they pay their respects. So let's take my shoes off here. It's definitely a lot cooler down here, and they've really decorated the place up with prayer beads and Qurans and various other things. Many spaces to just sit back and relax in the heat of the afternoon. So it looks like here behind in this small prayer area is the mihrab here, and this is where maybe the imam used to stand or something. But as you can see, the rest of the area here, there's places where people can stand and pray, and the qibla is this way. So it does make sense that this is the mihrab here. So coming back out into the heat, of course they preserved this place quite well, and as you can see, there's I'm not sure how much of this remains. A lot of it probably from the time of Shoaib alayhi salam. So you can see, look at the steps. So it looks like this room here, just the masjid is just over that we went to, the prayer area. But this room here, it seems like Musa alayhi salam used to actually stay here or lived here for a little while. So this fairly big sized room. And look at these steps, how big they are. Submission climbing, just one of them. Some more steps here. So this is what we came for, essentially, the house of Shoaib alayhi salam. I know this entire area is known as the ancient city of Shoaib, but this is where he lived, supposedly, it's believed to be the case. And what an area. I mean, it's very warm in here, but they still have a lot of vegetation, a lot of crops, a lot of plants. Agriculture is pretty impressive around this part of Turkey in comparison to, say, North Africa. It's just desert upon desert. And of course I have to thank my tour guide Khalid. You've been brilliant. Thank you. Shukran. Shukran. And this is a little treat for you here. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So there's so much more to see here. I mean, if you can go right into the village, just all the way up there, and there's a load more ruins up there. Almost looks like a desert here. It's been an amazing experience visiting this place, and it's really taken us back in time. And these kids here have been wonderful in explaining the history behind this place. And we're going to leave this place. It was mesmerizing to be here. We would love to spend more time here, but we'll definitely return with more people in the future.